Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. If you missed the last episode, I'd recommend checking it out. We played 10 games on Friday, and as you can see, we finished 9-1. Without further ado, let's get into game number 13. So as we can see, my opponent has a very strong team, a very different team to the usual teams that we start to face, especially in this rank. 9 minutes in, we have a throw-in on the near side. Beautiful shot by Pogba forces a lovely save from Van der Sar. The corner whips in, he brings his keeper out to the 6-yard box. The corner didn't go anywhere near where I wanted it, but Fernandes still manages to squeeze it in. A little bit fortunate, but we take the early lead. As you can see at this point, we are 10-2. Did lose one of the games in I think it was the 12th game that we lost. But nice interception from Vidic there, nice just before half time as Ronaldo gets sent through by Fernandes again. Beautiful finesse into the bottom corner to give us a 2-goal advantage. Moving on, just 5 minutes after that last goal, Figo brings it down beautifully, finds Ronaldo in the middle to rifle it into the top corner. The opponent does pause and he is gone. That leads us to be 11-2. Moving on to game number 14, the opponent's team is pretty ridiculous with 90 R9 and Hullet. Very good team, very overpowered team. My opponent gets off to a good start with Shevchenko, making moves in the box, finds Neymar, beautiful little turn, absolutely rifles it into the top corner. I do think that Pope got a hand on it, however it was just a pretty poor hand on the ball, I must say. And then straight from the start of the second half, we are 1-0 down. We do have kick-off for the second half, which I do prefer. Actually, I do prefer kicking off in the second half for some reason. Figo with the beautiful footwork weaves in and out of his team all the way through, rifles in near post to level the game just after half-time. Very beautiful finish from Figo there. Moving on, 67th minute. A little bit of fortune there with a poor header from Clive, I think that was. Into St. Maximin, finds Tierney, Ronaldo on the ball. Good footwork, fantastic strength to stay in front of the defender, puts it in 2-1 to the boys. Ronaldo on fire yet again. Now moving on to extra time, my opponent did pull one back to level it before the 90. Neymar gets through, can't leave Neymar through like that, especially on FIFA 21. He is a bit ridiculous on this game. But we tried to move on anyway, coming back straight from kick-off. Nice bit of possession football, trying not to lose the ball straight away again. Pulls one of his centre-backs out a bit. Ronaldo, twisting and turning, gets around so far out of position that he can't cover Gnabry. He sweats it across to Ronaldo to rifle it in just before the 115th. Now the game did finish like that as we move on to penalties. He sticks his first one perfectly into the top corner. Tried giving him the look with the head to move right and put it left, but he read me like a magazine to make it 1-0 to him after one. Hernandez steps up, beautiful penalty into the bottom right. Mendy steps up because I subbed on some defenders to try and hold a lead, but Mendy tucks his penalty away, sending the keeper the wrong way. Fatty steps up. So that was the most annoying part of the weekend, I think. The fact that I stayed down the middle and Pope still didn't save it. Beautiful penalty there to tuck that one under. I think Pope in goal for him. Which is a fantastic penalty. Neymar steps up to try and make it 4-2 and succeeds. Pope places it down the middle. Beautiful composure from Neymar. Pogba steps up. This is a score to stay in it situation. I'm not a fan of Pogba's run-up. I can't stand the fact that it takes 7 years to get there, but he saves the penalty and we lose. Unfortunately, that takes us to 11-3, unfortunately. Moving on to game number 15, come up against another God Squad, Felix, Ronaldo, Mbappe, Petit. Really wasn't looking forward to this game. While we are 11-3, Sky was a skiller. He had so many men forward at all times. Kluivert gets free as a 2-1 in the box. Couldn't cover both. Mbappe gets a nice open shot on goal. Makes it 1-0 nice and early for my opponent. Moving on to the 12th minute. Promes on the ball again. I think Promise actually played CDM for the most part of this game, which was quite confusing, but Felix gets the wrong goal. Pope couldn't get there quick enough as Mbappe gets given the sweaty to make it 2-0, only briefly after taking the lead. Straight moments after that, we get a bit of fortune as Fernandes finds himself the wrong goal. He moves his keeper the other way, take it round him, easy finish. Now we're into the second half, coming up to the 70th minute. Nice bit of footwork from the boys there. Kante picks up the loose ball to Stones, finds Ronaldo, beautiful turn and finesse to make it 2-2 just before the dying embers of the game. Now briefly moving on into the 88th minute, St. Maximin on the wing, bursting through to the box. Nice turn inside, finds Fernandes, patience on the ball. Finds Figo, more patience on the ball out to Kante, Fernandes, Ronaldo just onside across the goal, 3-2, 90th minute, wins us the game, puts us 12-3 on the weekend. Fantastic result there from the boys. Time for game 16 now as we come up against another fantastic side. Traore, Bellerin, Gomez and Kleiber, a back four that I don't ever want to see again. Early on in this game, 15 minutes in, Robin picks up the ball with a beautiful pass from Rashford, returns the favour, posted in a fantastic finish from my opponent, I must say. Not a nice guy for doing the celebration, but a beautiful finish nonetheless. Moving on, 30 minutes into the game, 2/3 of the way through the first half, Figo skips away from his man, finds St. Maximin through the middle, or through the side should I say, returns the favour to Figo, who absolutely leathers it near post into the roof of the net, levels the game, this gives us the momentum to go forward. Beautiful finish. Just after half time, a bit of fortune there for Ronaldo to pick up the ball, bit of a scrap with Traore, as the pressure from Pogba and the rest of the team is too much for him as St. Maximin receives the ball from Fernandes. Bit of a sway goal, we take the lead, the pressure is on. 54th minute now, Rashford picks up the ball, spins away from Pogba beautifully, finds Mane, finds Neymar, returns the favour to Mane, across goal post and again. Must say my opponent was pretty clinical at this point, again with the celebration. Wasn't really happy with the celebrations, but you know, they had toxic celebrations again, what can you expect? 67th minute now, a nice interception from Fernandes, finds Kante, finds Ronaldo on the break. Ronaldo, nice and easy, no nonsense, near post again. People need to watch with their keeper movement, that would be one thing I would say at these high ranks. 80th minute, Rashford gets very lucky tackling Vidic there as he puts it in to make it 3-3. Just before full time. Moving on, just 5 minutes before the end of the 90, he gets the ball through with Neymar, who finishes it off to make it 4-3. I thought at this point that the game was done. I did think this was going to be 12-4 on the weekend, but it wasn't the case. We pick up the ball 2 minutes later, Fernandes tussling with right guard, wins him off. St. Maximin in the middle to Ronaldo, back to Fernandes, away from Traore, near post, 91st minute, 4-4, we're taking this game to extra time. Beautiful finish from there, fantastic footwork I must say from Fernandes to skip away from the tackle of Traore. Absolute scenes here, we move extra time. Nothing really happened in extra time, so we move on to the penalties again. Penalties haven't been my friend this weekend so far, as my opponent takes the 1-0 lead. Gnabry goes to slot his penalty, fantastic save from the keeper. Dembele steps up to try and double my opponent's lead, whenever he eventually does step up and take it. Nice little finish into the top corner. Unfortunate from Pope that I didn't dive. Mendy again slots it down the middle, very lucky to put that in, but we reduce the deficit back to 1. Atau steps up, saved by Pope. I was absolutely gassed at this point. All I needed was Big Tomo to step up and slide home, and he does, perfectly placed into the bottom corner. Right guard steps up to try and take the advantage back for my opponent, and does so by sliding down the middle. Unlucky from Pope there not to stick his legs out. Ronaldo steps up and has his penalty saved, so we're back into another position where it's my opponent scored to win, and it seems to be Pogba again. Can't stand these long run-ups, they take way too long. just for my opponent to go and win the game. Time for game 17 as we come up against a very, very basic team. 181. This guy's only had 2 subs on the bench that were like not bronze players. We get off to a flying start 3 minutes in with Fernandez who takes the lead. Nice left-footed shot across the box to make it 1-0. Now this game was a bit AIDS, as you'll see later on. We are 3-1 up in the 37th minute as Rashford nutmeg stones Pope like a poppadom again, lets it in to make it 3-2. This is the 38th minute. 2 minutes later, not even, Rashford's away again. Stones, beautiful challenge. And at this point, I wanted a pass to Pope, but it decided to give it to Vidic, or should I say Ben Yedder, who slots it home to make it 3-3 just before half time. Gives the ball away again straight after half time, and then from that same attack, a bit of fortune there for St. Maximin to pick up the ball. Ben Yedder finds Sissoko back to Ben Yedder, and before half time, I'm losing 4-3. The game finished 7-4, didn't want to show the rest of it. The guy got very fortunate, has 8 shots on target, 7 of those went in. That makes us 12-5 on the weekend, an absolute AIDS game. Let's move on. Game 18 now, and much more quote-unquote easier team to play against. They're not as meta as it usually would be. 17 minutes in, Alessandrini's dispossessed, finds Ronaldo from Trent. Ronaldo skips away from Gomez and absolutely leathers it into the side net, and fantastic finish to put us 1-0 up early on in this game. Moving on to the 27th minute, fantastic challenge there as Fernandez picks up the loose ball, finds Ronaldo, skims away from Varane, absolutely finesses it round into the top corner, 2-0, 30 minutes in. Fantastic start to the first half. Late on into the second half and now into the 72nd minute, my opponent did absolutely nothing all game. Nice and easy first half. Figo gets the ball through the middle, first time shot, right into the top corner. Pause is cued, you know what's coming next, the rage quit. Nice easy 3-0 win to put us 13-5 on the weekend to set us up for a good end of the weekend. Game number 19, much better team than the last one, but still not a complete meta team. De Gea on 6 chem, Neymar on 7 chem. Should have been a lot easier on paper. 9 minutes in, player gets fortunate. Fernandez gives a very, very weak penalty away. Personally, I don't think that's a penalty, but I don't know if he'd have had the advantage. Let me know in the comments if you think that was a penalty or not. Neymar steps up to it, takes his long ass run up and slots it away just to the left, or to the right of Pope, I should say. So 1-0 to him after 10 minutes. Second half, my opponent is 2-0 up as Porto gets away, finds Felix for the sweaty goal. Nothing I could do about that. My defence was in no man's land, but we do what we can. 57th minute, we are 3-0 down. Straight after kickoff, I did lose the ball as Neymar comes away with it, finds Dembele, who manages to shrug off Arnold twice and ride the challenge of Stones to chip Pope. Beautiful finish, I must say. Fantastic movement from Dembele himself. Yeah, they did cue a pause, I think, for me to quit. Straight after the 60th minute, we do come back as Ronaldo holds up the ball nicely, play give and go with Fernandez. Re-finds Fernandez, who levers it into the top left. At this point, I didn't think it was much more than a consolation, but that wasn't to be the case. Straight after that kickoff, we put the pressure on, just plenty of time left. Let's try and get the ball back and get another goal or two, see if we can mount a bit of a comeback. Figo dispossesses Dembele, slots it through to Ronaldo, skips away from the challenge of Varane, running into the box nice and quickly, skips away from Walker, across back to the near post, 4-2, 66th minute. At this point, I did think that a comeback could have been on. 3 minutes later, we have the ball again. Fernandez over the top to Figo. Beautiful volley, unfortunately saved. Just manages to keep the ball on and he finds Ronaldo, bangs it near post again, 4-3. 20 minutes to find one more goal to bring the game back and take it to extra time. Could it be done? Last minute of the game now, we're coming up to the very, very dying embers as Rashford finds, or gets fortunate to get the ball back, I should say, give and go with Ronaldo. 91st minute, again Rashford across the goal to make it 4-4. Rashford on his debut scoring the late equaliser. Couldn't have asked for a better debut from this guy. He is very overpowered, would recommend picking him up. Moving on into extra time, the first half was completely dead. It was just possession football from both of us. Gnabry picks up the ball with Ronaldo, skips away from the challenge, saved by De Gea. De Gea unfortunately releases it to Gnabry, who finds Rashford to absolutely leather it into the bottom corner. 5 minutes left to go, and Rashford's got 2 on his debut to put us 5-4 up, which did turn out to be the winning goal, and we did come back from a 4-0 deficit to win 5-4 to put us 14-5 on the weekend. Fantastic performance. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. If you did get this far, leave a comment down below saying pineapple. Apologies for my Elgato corrupting 3 of the games. They weren't that great anyway. I think 2 of them were losses, but we did end up 14-6 after 20 games. But thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell on, all of that good stuff, and hopefully I will see you tomorrow for Sunday's games. Have a good day.